Hello there, beautiful people. So welcome back. My name is Carol and welcome to Coloring You. So what are we doing here today? So today I'm doing an abundance reading for each zodiac sign. So abundance is different for everyone. Sometimes it's, abundance of love, family, money, relationships, whatever fills up your heart, your corazón, whatever makes you happy. That's really what abundance means to me. Now, before I get into that, I want to talk about two dates. I got notes here for June. So we got the full moon in Sagittarius, June 11th, which lands on a Wednesday. And it's about, because it's a full moon and it's about releasing limiting beliefs and embracing abundance, because it's in Sagittarius. And that and because of that energy, like the colors that I get for that time frame for like the beginning of the month is yellow and blue, because it's all about expressing yourself, but having like the courage, not only the courage, but like doing it with like joy and figuring out how to express yourself and what does that even mean for yourself, so that you know how to show up, or what is it that you're trying to say, right? And I really see that, because when we really get comfortable with speaking, we could really clarify about what it is that we're trying to call in. Well, anyway, as the month proceeds, the new moon towards the end of the month, the new moon in Cancer comes in. That's June 25th. Now, it's a powerful new moon because it's about home. Anything about Cancer, that's water sign. It's about home. It's about emotional security and your personal abundance, and how you're nurturing it and how you're taking care of it, about how you're taking care of the things that you love, right? And how much attention are you putting into it? Are you taking care of it? Is there any maintenance that needs to be done? Like, that's the energy. And because of that, the colors that I get for that time frame, like towards the end of the month, is pink and red. And it's really good with working with these colors, because pink is all about love and harmony and home. But the red is about security and making things happen for yourself and cleaning up and, cleaning up house, because that's how you make space for yourself. And then that's how you make more space for even abundance for yourself, because you start clearing up things and you could breathe better, and you just, whether that is with, things or people or anything of that nature, it's just whatever it is that you no longer need, but that's in order for you to create home, a comfortable, safe home for yourself, is basically what the energy is all about for that new moon in Cancer. So bringing that new good stuff for yourself. All right. Okay, here. So let's begin. Let me go ahead and start shuffling. So I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite's Smith deck. It's what I like to read out of in general. It's funny because in the beginning, I didn't like using this deck. And now it's always my to-go-to, because I don't know what it is. The messages always just come out clearer to me. Not saying that other decks don't, because they do. But for some reason, that one just always does. And the other deck that I'm using is my Abundance Oracle deck. This is the one that I've created. It's got a whole bunch of notes on there, because if you remember the last month, I said that me and my friend sat down and I started making changes to the deck, and with that came a lot of changes. So the card's not going to look perfect. That's my point. But the message will be there. The message will be good. And it's all about abundance, how to bring abundance into your life, into your space, whatever that is for you. And I'm going to take a sip of water. It's really hot out here and it's windy. All right. I already set my intentions and I shuffled. So let's begin. Who are we starting with here? We're starting with Aries, and we got the King of Pentacles. Here with the King of Pentacles, that's all about, All right, when we're talking about the king is somebody who is when he's making choices that actually affect, you know, his immediate space or the people around him, right? That could be your coworkers, that could be your house, that could be your wife, your partner. The point is that it kind of, you know, affects them some kind of way. But it's a good thing though, because the thing is that you're making choices that's for that's only for yourself, but to, like, how do I say this? For the greater good of all. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, you're making choices that, you know, affect your family, but in a positive way, where you're thinking about them. You're thinking about, you know, how to propel forward or how to make something happen that you want, that's greater than yourself kind of energy. Now with that, Aries, the color that I get for you is yellow. And the card that I get is adopt an abundance mindset. So it's all about mindset here, especially when you were talking about anything tangible or materialistic or financial. Because here with the pentacles, that's always the energy that I get. It's always something that's tangible. So what's the advice here on the card? It says, celebrate your current victories. Baby steps move mountains. So whatever your goal is, make a financial plan and just know that it's just baby steps that you gotta take. That's it. It's baby steps. You make a plan and baby steps will move mountains, and you celebrate the little victories as you go on. Adopt an abundance mindset. That's the message for you there, Aries. All right, let's go Taurus. Taurus, we get the Empress. I'm trying to hold the cards down so they don't fly away. It's kind of windy. All right, Taurus, my earth signs. I get the Empress. All right, so with the Empress, that's all about creation, growth. But with my earth signs here during this month, it's really about, like, what you're building with your home or your workspace, whatever it is that you consider home. If you consider, you know what I mean, your hobby home, your workspace home, your relationship home, like whatever it is that you consider home, it's just like really embracing what you're creating there and allowing yourself to become more abundant in that space. Like by creating opportunities for yourself or seeking more opportunities for yourself in that space, because what's coming for you is what the color that I get here for you is orange, Taurus. So the color I get for you here is orange, which is all about creativity, but it's also all about change here. It's about embracing change. A new journey begins. Be open to opportunity. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so because you're in the creation space, in the space of like creating things for yourself and opening up yourself to opportunities, that places you in the space of transformation, of really creating real change for yourself for the month of June. That's pretty cool, Taurus. That's pretty cool. All right, Gemini. What's going on with my Geminis? When it comes to abundance for the month of June. All right. So here I get the 10 of Pentacles. So my Geminis, my air friends. Ooh. So this month is all about socializing, but it's about socializing and this like through socializing, whether that's in person or social media or using things like LinkedIn or whatever it is. What I feel is like that's how you create your quote unquote legacy. So like, let's say you have a bigger picture in mind for yourself, Gemini, whatever legacy you're trying to create. What I see you doing for the month of June is that through networking, through meeting people and things of that nature, you kind of expand yourself for that, so you could get yourself to wherever it is that you're trying to get to. Like you get a step closer, I don't know, to your goal is what I'm getting, because you know what I mean. So open yourself up to networking, socializing, whether that is one-on-one or through social media or through just, I can't think of anything else. whatever whichever way it shows up, my point is be open to it, because it kind of leads you to something that you're looking for yourself, and it leads to answers and opportunities, especially when it comes to the legacy that you're trying to build for yourself and your family. All right. What's your abundance card? Give your worries to God. Breathe deep, peace will come. You are safe and protected. Ooh la la. So just trust. And that's the funny thing, is that I noticed that when we pray and when we give our worries to God, the way that it tends to show up tends to be through people. Like other people end up answering those prayers for us, because that's just sometimes how the help shows up. So with that being said, don't be shy to be socializing. All right, my Gemini friends, during the month of June, because it's going to help you out to getting you to wherever it is that you're trying to get. All right, let's see who's up next. My Cancer friends. Ooh la la, my Cancer friends are here. I get the Hermit for the month of June. What is going on, my Cancer friends? I need to take a sip of water. All right, here, what I see here for the month of June, you're probably going to be spending a lot of time on your own. Maybe because, who knows why, the reasoning why, whether that might be through personal choice or life just somehow forces you to spend time by yourself for whatever reason. In that time, like, really take an opportunity to go inward and figure out, like, your path, where you're going and how you feel about things, and kind of getting peace for yourself is what I really feel for the month of June, Cancer. You're really figuring out ways to get peace for yourself. And sometimes by quieting down the noise outside of us, helps us quiet down the noise inside of us, and that helps us bring more peace in our life. So whether you're forced in this position, don't get upset, because it's there to bring you some peace in life. And whether you choose to do that for yourself, take advantage of it, and take advantage of allowing peace to come in. That's basically it. Okay, what's the card? What's your abundance card? What do you get? Invest in your spirit. Ooh la la, Cancer, during this time frame. Just be silent. Hydrate to recharge your battery. So during this time, make sure you drink some water. And connect to nature and water to detox. So during this time, when you are doing your own thing, and for whatever reason, whether you choose to or you're forced to spend time on your own, go ahead and hydrate, drink water, take care of yourself, take care of your body, and take care of your mind. Take care of your spirit. And that's going to lead to peace and happiness, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Leos, what's going on with you guys for the month of June? What kind of abundance is awaiting for you? Ooh la la. Here we get the Four of Pentacles. What's going on with the Four of Pentacles? All right. So you might have to watch your finances a little bit for the month of June. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have to watch it because you're setting yourself for success in a way. Like, don't do it so drastically to the point where you give yourself no life, but do it to the way where you set yourself up for like success. Let me explain. Like, you don't go for broke. Maybe you know what I mean, you save a little bit on the side because you're actually saving up for something later in the future. Maybe there's a class you want to take. Maybe there's a trip or a vacation. But whatever the thing is that's ahead of you, it's something that you're looking forward to, something that you want to create for yourself. It's not just like, how do I say this? It's something fun is what I'm getting to. So it's not something that's tedious. It's like you're not saving for a bill. It's like, oh, no. You're saving for something that you actually want to do that's going to bring you happiness of some sort. Because let me see what your card of abundance is. Forward-thinking self-care. Ooh la la. So what does that mean? What does forward-thinking self-care mean? It means investing in yourself. Create fun adventure account. and project your future self. Ooh la la, that's what I'm talking about. So here in this card, you can't see it because it's like chicken scratch, I wrote all over it. But basically what I'm getting based off this card is like, yes, you might have to save your funds. You can't probably go all out like the way you normally would. But you're only doing that because you're taking care of yourself and you actually got something that you're looking forward to do that's actually fun for you. So if you're putting money to the side, it's only because you're getting ready for something cool that you want to do for yourself. So forward-thinking self-care, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's for my Leos, my Virgos. What's going on with my Virgos? What kind of abundance is going on for them? My Earth friends, my Virgo friends. Let's see. Page of Cups. Ooh la la. My Virgo, my romancer. All right, with the Page of Cups. All right, don't be too shy in with flirting with life. So, okay. The card flew. Lord, hold on. My card flew. I had to go chase after it. I was like, oh no. All right, my Virgo friends, what's going on with you? Page of Cups. All right, there's some possible romance going on there. Don't be shy to flirt. Why not? Or if somebody's flirting with you, enjoy it. If you're interested, that's up to you. If you're not interested, that's still up to you. All I gotta say is just, say thank you and enjoy it. It's like, oh, I got a compliment today. Somebody showed some interest. Ooh la la. Now, with that being said, there's like a little warning here. Kind of like, be careful. Don't easily fall into people's words. Like, it's nice when somebody shows interest in you, but pay extra attention. Make sure it's just not all about words, that the actions are matching with the words. Okay, with that being said, your card of abundance. Ooh la la. Okay, first of all, it's about setting your own boundaries. Setting your own boundaries. It's about setting your own boundaries. Excuse me. But the thing is that these are the boundaries you set for yourself, and you tell yourself, and you don't compromise them within yourself. Because sometimes sometimes Virgo, something that we like might be dangled in front of us, but we have to always remember, like, our past lessons sometimes. It's just like, okay, this sounds good, but I just want to make sure that I respect my own personal boundaries, whatever that might be in relationship, home, or career, right? Because when you respect your own boundaries, that sets the standard, like, moving forward in any relationship. So that people know. It's just like, oh no, I make sure I respect this from him or her because they set that boundary in the beginning, and you didn't have to be forceful about it because you just stood in your own truth. It's like you got to respect your own boundaries first before you expect other people to respect your boundaries, right? I hope that makes sense. That's for my Virgos. All right, now this is for my Libras. What's going on with my Libras here? Ooh la la. I get the Emperor, my Libras. Ooh, all right, Libras. It's all about creating structure. It's about, hey, Papa. It's Mr. Puppers. It's the dog. It's about creating structure. It's about creating, making lemonade out of your lemons, making the best out of a situation. It's like whatever's happening is around you, you can't let it affect you emotionally, because you know what? It's enough. And it's like, all right, other things that I need to be thinking about, and I can't be thinking about, I can't get emotional about this. So what I got to do is that I got to create some sort of structure for myself, because through that structure is how I create the change, whatever change it is that you're trying to create for yourself. Now, what's the card that I get here? I get formulate your future. Be open to new opportunities. Legacy of love and lessons begin again. Ooh. Okay. So with this card, it's all about, how do I say this? It's kind of like reinventing your own wheel, but in your terms. It's just like by this time, it's just like, wait a minute, I've done this. This is not my first rodeo. I've done this a couple of times. Now that it's in my hands and I need to create structure for myself, how do I want to do this? Because I want it to positively affect my future anyway in the long run, whatever that may be for you, whatever change that might be for you. Libras. Okay. Scorpios. My water sign. What's going on? Scorpios. Ooh, I get the Queen of Pentacles. Taking care of home. You're taking care of home. Not only home, but you're taking care of your family, your people, your community, your well, actually I don't feel community too much. I feel more like home. You're taking care of your personal finances, but the thing is that you're making how do I say this? You're making things happen, like out of nowhere, Like, how do I say this? Like, if you have to save a village with just a toothpick and a pack of matches, like somehow you'll figure it out and you can save it. It's just like, but the thing is that when I see this, it has to do with things that you're trying to create within your home space. It's either something within your home space or actual finances to pay off, monthly expenses or a bigger project you may want that somehow helps the family out. Something else flew away. All right. I do got to go run and chase for it. Not at this moment, though. I'm almost done. All right. So what do we have here, Scorpios? All right. Okay, when it comes to your abundance, what's your abundance card? It's a yes. It's a given yes. Say yes. You could accomplish it. Green light. Say yes. Have fun. Enjoy the journey. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so now with the Queen of Pentacles, going back to this card, when I was saying it's more like about home, like making things happen, like whatever craziness is happening, just like, even if it doesn't make sense, it's like, you know what? I could make it happen. Have faith in yourself because you're going to make it happen. Say yes. If an opportunity shows up and you feel like it's an answer to something for yourself, it is. All right. That's what I got for you. So who do we have here? Sagittarius. What's going on with my Sagittarius friends? My fire signs. All right. I got the Justice card. For the month of June. All right. Justice is going to be served here. So there's a couple of things here. You're either, if there's like legal or paperwork stuff done, there are some rights that are going to be, some wrongs that are going to be right. There's a saying that I cannot think of. There's some rights that are going to be wrong. No. Okay, my point is, Sagittarius, if somebody has wronged you in the past or something like that of that nature, and if there's some legal stuff going on, it feels like it's going to kind of lean in your favor is what I'm saying. Mind you, I'm not a legal person or anything of that nature. I'm just, for entertainment purposes only. All right, so with that being said, and I also see even in relationships, where then relationship within in whether that's romantic, friendships, in your home space or in your career space. It's just like you actually figuring out, you know what, I am done with these kinds of individuals, and I'm going to embrace something else that's not that. Like, I've learned my lesson. I get that energy as well. All right. Now, with that being Sagittarius, what's going on? What's going on here? Ooh la la. When it comes to your abundance, what advice do we get? What color do we get? First of all, we get the color orange, which is all about creativity. It says, get in the zone. What's your creative outlet? What makes you smile? Find time for your joy. So whatever it is that makes you happy, make time for that. Because the thing is that when it comes to this justice, justice is being served. And I see a lot of red here. So what that lets me know, there's been a lot of probably rage or anger behind whatever it is that you've been upset about. And like, you need to get over it and just do things that make you happy, because you're letting it go and you're releasing it, at least if you allow it to. And then, and what you got to do by feeling that space, instead of being upset about something that's in the past, or well, I don't know what the situation is, you know, whatever the situation may be. The thing is that you got to find what makes you happy and fill yourself up with that instead. And that's my advice to you, Sagittarius. All right, Capricorns, what's going on with you for the month of June? Ooh la la, my Capricorns feeling kind of comfortable. All right, my Capricorns, what I get here is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of somebody who feels comfortable, maybe a little bit spoiled. Really enjoys doing the things that they like doing, that makes them happy. That they're like, I'd rather be next to the flowers than doing the labor that needs to be done. I don't know. It doesn't mean you're lazy though. It just means that you, for whatever reason, you feel comfortable because you probably accomplished some things, and that gave you time to actually relax. And what does that mean? That means that you're either kind of in retirement phase, or you literally accomplished or finished something, that you actually accomplished and finished something like a diploma or something major, a big, or a certificate, and you're like, you know what, I'm giving myself a little bit of break. Or you're spoiling yourself because you've earned it somehow, like that. That's kind of the energy that I get at this moment. So what's the advice when it comes to your abundance, when it comes, for the month of June, Capricorn? Knowledge is power. Teach, educate your brothers and sisters. Endless possibility comes through you. Tap into the knowledge of others. Follow the things that interest you. Ooh la la. Okay, so when it comes to this, the thing is that when you're sitting in all the stuff that makes you happy, there's an opportunity for you to actually teach others. And especially if you're in a comfortable space, like you could teach others how to get in that comfortable space, whatever comfortable space you're in. Whether you're in a happy marriage or in a happy work situation or a happy home situation, it's just like, how do you get there? Or how did you build your beautiful garden? You know, it's just like you could educate and show people, because through that you open doors for endless possibilities, because knowledge is power. You know, that's why we tap into YouTube so much, because we like learning. Really just dive into the things that interest you. So the more that you dive into the things that interest you and you start talking about it, you start teaching about it, you'll open more doors of opportunity for you, because you're already in that space. You're already enjoying it. Why not include other people in it? And that's the advice for you, Capricorn, in order for your abundance to grow. All right, Aquarius. What's going on with my Aquarius air friend? All right. So here we get the Knight of Wands. Now, with the Knight of Wands here, this is about, you know, your passion, your passion, your drive, your work ethic, entrepreneurship, your career. I think I got bit. Your career. I'm trying to think. I got distracted because I got bit. Sorry. The thing is that you're protecting things that matter to you, things that you're passionate about, and it's not your first rodeo. And they're saying, like, this is like, okay, Aquarius, you are up to something and you're trying to defend and protect something that you care about, that you're passionate about. And all I get here is that, you know what? Sometimes sometimes in order for us to succeed, we got to get ourselves into a better environment, because we might be struggling, we might be having some sort of wild internal fight with ourselves, and we're trying to fight through our passions and create things for ourselves. But the thing is, Aquarius, sometimes the space that you might currently be in throws us off, and we can't really work or be productive the way that we would like to, so that we could be at our most optimal productive self in order to create more better opportunities for ourselves, right? And the way that we do that is by creating a better environment for ourselves. And sometimes we have to just physically get up and go somewhere else for a second. I don't know where that somewhere else may be for you. It may be the park. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever makes your corazón happy. If it's horses, it's horses. But the thing is, however you feed your soul matters. Power of intention. That is the card that I get for you when it comes to your abundance. How do we get there? Through a better environment, because how you feed your soul matters, ladies and gentlemen. What you read, how you feed it, everything around you. What are you surrounding yourself with? Because whatever you feed will grow. If you feed positivity, you get positivity. If you feed negativity, you get negativity. All right. All right, Pisces. What do I got for my Pisces here? So I get the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Ooh la la here. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles, that's all about a new job. That's a new job, a new promotion, a new something tangible. You're receiving a new gift, or you're inheriting something of that nature, Pisces. Something tangible is coming your way for the month of June. And with that, what do we say? I get okay, for you, for the month of June, like, your color is yellow, because it's all about you being courageous, and for honoring and saying not only thank you to the universe, and acknowledging that whatever is coming to you, you've earned it. Whether it came easy or not doesn't matter. Like, don't worry about that. And the other thing that I have to say is that because here with this card, it says the power of the pause. So sometimes when we get this opportunity that comes, you know, you have the permission to say yes or no to anything new coming your way. With that being said, whatever it is that you choose, you either got to embrace it or release it, which means that if you don't choose it, you got to be okay with letting it go. You can't just be like, oh, what if this or what if that? No, that can't be. But if you choose it, you have to embrace it and cannot worry about the past. Because when you do that, it's going to bring so much more clarity for yourself, and just so much more happiness to whatever new roles coming your way. Because, baby, it's new, and embrace the new. New's good. I don't know about you. I always like new. Why not? Why not? But it's always in your hands. You have the power to say yes or no. It's your life. You run it. Just always remember that. So that's your abundance readings for the month of June for each zodiac sign. Now, when it comes to the way you take these messages, If you know your sun, moon, or rising sign, you could look for all 3 signs and just get, you know, and that way you can get yourself a little mini reading. But if you don't, just focus on your sun sign, you'll be fine. And you'll get your message of abundance for the month of June. All right there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad that you joined me here today, and I hope that you join me on the next one. What do I have coming up? Now, I do have a new moon ceremony that will be in person in Riverside, California, June 25th at 7 p.m. Well, doors open at 6:30 to 8:30. So if you're interested in that, check out my website, and actually check out Cupid's Coven Chapel in Riverside. That's the location. That's where I'll be at. All right. I'll hope you join me on the next one. Bye.